You won't ever change your ways, doing what you do. Well, you can keep on talking, talking. No one say don't be nothing, nothing. The same old thing again, again. Well, I know when you feel like so walking, walking. Guess this time I'm not joking, joking. All the noise again, again. Well, I
Oh my god, somebody just said that a certain tank is OP. Really? Come on, guys. Anyway, hello. Let me just put Discord on.
Storage, just.
I know,
Hello,
Sparrow.
Discord.
Storage.
Oh my god, seriously. I mean, Stygian just says that the T2020 is OP. I know he says he's
No, it
joking, but
isn't. It's
wow.
garbage.
I
Even
mean,
them facing it.
wow. I mean, wow. It's... Well, we'll get to that, shall we? Hello. I know this was meant to happen yesterday, but guess what? Despite the fact I pay $150 bloody for internet, I had no internet. None at all. It started on Friday night, actually. Well, Thursday night. Friday night? Friday night it started. And it just went boom, downhill from that. So I had to get guys in to fix it, and that took like all day, and it was craziness. But hey, how's it going anyway? So, yeah, so who we got on there? We've got, I've got to look at this now. So who we got? We got hello Blown Up, hello Aaron, hello Striker, hello Derpy. Yes, I'm a nab. That is not, that really isn't a secret. Spiegel Electro, how are you doing? Dukadomi, hello. Sulak, I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm really sorry. I'm awful at pronunciation. Who else have we got? Batman! Hello, Batman. How you doing, mate? Dark, hello. Stygian, we already mentioned because he said that it's OP. Sumadeep Roy, how you doing, mate? Who else? Blizzard, hello, Blizzard. Tingus Gideus. or do you want to call him Tingus Gideus? I think Gideus is better. So, wow, update 7, it hit. And you know what? I actually think it's really, really spankingly fantastic. I think it's a great update. I think the graphics are nice, where you get to see where you've been shot and where people are shooting you. I like the new British lights. That was maybe a little bit evident in the videos I did. All three of them I think are fantastic. I think they're absolutely fantastic.
Tier 8 feels like a best to fight.
I like the tier 10. I rolled out in a tournament in the tier 10. Oh, Blown Up, thank you very much. I rolled that very, very kind of you. I rolled out in a tournament in the tier 10.
I mean,
Thursday.
like so many positive ways.
And
Maybe we can't lose.
Brilliant. It was absolutely great. That was a tier 10 tournament. So
very,
there you go.
very nice.
Hello, Texas, DJ Khaled. How are you doing? Yeah, I got bored. I got bored yesterday waiting for the people to fix my internet, so I shaved the beard off because I was bored. What else can you do? I mean, I was making a Lancaster bomber, and then it was either make a Lancaster bomber, shave my beard off, watch them, or engage with the family. So I shaved the beard. That's just the way it is, eh? what else has come? So we've got the new tracks. That looks quite good. I like that. I like seeing where you've been and all that sort of stuff. What else have we got? We've got improved. It's meant to be improved tracer lines, but I haven't really seen much evidence of those. To be perfectly honest with you. Somebody asked, how old am I? How old do you think I am? I'm actually 48. Yeah, I'm an old fart. What can I do? There's nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately, I am 1 foot in the grave. Simple. almost a combined England cricket score. Yes, we're almost there. How's a 47% win rate in 5,500 battles? It's average, Sumadeep. To be perfectly honest with you, it's around average. So it's when you get past 48% that you become above average. To be honest with you, so 46 to 48 is the average win rate in Blitz. I'm assuming yours. It doesn't matter what server you're on. Doesn't matter if you're on North America, Asia, Europe, blah blah blah. 46 to 48% is the average win rate in Blitz. So 47% is putting you right smack as average player. And as soon as you get to 49%, and don't forget, 5.5k battles, mate, you're still learning. So 47% after 5,500 battles ain't bad. And you should be looking to improve on that as you get to the 10k mark, because you'll get to understand the tanks more, the strategies more, etc., etc. So give it time. Don't worry. It'll get up there. It's about right. You're on the right track.
Whoa, what spam?
So
Somebody's spamming.
Yeah, I don't think he's spamming. I think he just couldn't help it. So what else have we got? Oh, we've got a new event. This thing.
It's Thursday.
Which, as you can see, I've not done much on at the moment. To be honest with you, I'm only at level 9 because I've hardly been playing. I played on Asia to review some tanks, and I played this little thing, the P46-06 anniversary, and I know some videos have
That
not.
tank
have
is
gone out.
awesome.
I know a lot of videos going out there saying the tank is awesome, but
Yeah, it is.
if you like tier 6, it's okay. I find it could be a bit faster for a medium. It's slow
What do
and
you mean?
cumbersome. I think it's slow and cumbersome for a medium, is what I mean. I think
Basically, the tank is awesome improvement of the already existing OK
Well, of course,
P43.
it is a P43. So can I lower Discord? Yeah, I can lower Discord if they're blowing your mind. Yeah, basically, it is a better version of the Jet Tree version. Of course, it is. That's the idea.
And
It's a good credit
so
earner.
fun.
But I thought it's a bit slow. It's a bit sluggish. I thought. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a free tank, and you're not expecting anything OP in a free tank. What you want is a tank that can hold its own and earn you some credits, and this thing will do that. I mean, it's fantastic. And I know I've seen some videos, people saying it's a fantastic tank, really good fun. But I riddle you this, Batman. If you after you've played it a couple of times, and after the event's finished, how many times is it going to roll out of your garage? I don't think a lot, to be fair. I don't think it's going to be one of those tanks that that you're going to be rolling out with in a lot. Let's be honest. Whereas if you look at some other tier 6s like KV2, you're going to roll out in that a lot more. Simple as that. So, but you get a free tank. What more do you want? At the end of the day. Now,
By the way, what do you think?
Go on, say again.
What do you think about the Wargaming selling the year 5 tanks for gold in the store?
What these ones? The Electric Biscuit Y5,
Wi-Fi.
the Firefly
Yeah,
Y5, and the T34 Y5.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a tank collector, then yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, those were good event tanks. To be fair, when you did the event, you got 3 decent tanks. they're not brilliant, but they're not crap either. I know a lot of
They're
people still roll out with
average.
them. And
Yes,
you know, I
because
mean, okay, 5,000 for the tier 7 electric biscuit may sound a lot, but not really. I mean, it's you're getting. I mean, let's have a look at the tanks that we've got at the moment. The premium. Oh, I can't, can I? Because I've got them all. But the premium tanks at the moment. I mean, how much is the low going for in the IS6? They're tier 8. So
they're still 5,000 some around.
7,000 and a bit,
well,
something
there
like
you go. Here
that.
you go. The IS6 is going for 7,600. The T34 7,600. The Luva is 7,500. So they're all around. Oh no, the M6A2E1, but that's tier 7. That's 5,200. So 5,000 for a tier 7 medium-ish tank. Is that a good deal? Like, when you're spending 5,000,
No.
when you can get the T23 E5 for 4,900 at tier 7, which is also a medium tank.
MX, yes, that tier 7
That's tier
Wi-Fi
7,
ELC.
yeah.
It's basically just take a T23 E3 and put a smaller turret.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same as if you look at the Firefly, which is 3,500 at tier 6. Well, at tier 6, you can get the TOG for 3,100. Why wouldn't you? I mean, TOG. You've got to have a TOG.
I do think the Firefly is quite good though.
I think the
the
Firefly is
Firefly's
the
not bad.
best
The
out of
Firefly's
all
not
of them.
bad. And then you drop down to tier
Yeah.
4, and you're looking at what, 3,000? How much is it? 2,000? 2,000?
Tier 5.
2,500 for the tier 4. What
Tier 5.
equivalents have we? Oh, tier 5. What equivalents have we got? Tier 5. You got the Churchill, which is a heavy at 2,400. You've got the Excelsior 2,400, which is another heavy. You've got 2,100 for the T25, which is a medium, and the Matilda BP. I mean, these are all good credit earners. So, is it out of price? No. The Y5s are not overly priced. So, to be fair, they're not overly priced. I'll tell you what is overly priced though, and we'll get straight to it because we're going to, because I think it's stupid. Is this
T2020.
the T2020?
Yes.
For my garage puts it in Arab dirhams, and now 185 dirhams is approximately £50. Approximately.
It's stupid. It's useless and it's not good.
Now this is firstly a tier 8. Okay, so it's a tier 8, and it's okay. They said it's basically an IS5 hull with the stock turret of an ST1. Well, you know what? I've faced this tank a fair few times now in an IS6, and it's given the IS6 no problems at all. The IS6 has penned it easily.
From what I understood, the only good redeeming factor about this is quicker aim time, but sacrificing the armor and mobility isn't that good.
Yeah,
I think the real issue. I think that the real issue isn't that the tank is bad. It's more like for such a balanced tank, the price tag is too high. It's kind
That's
of
the issue.
predatory.
That's the issue. Now,
If
be
they can-
honest. Yeah, exactly. I don't care if it's a good tank, a bad tank, an indifferent tank. £50 for effectively an IS5, which you can get for next to nothing. Let's be honest.
And the better one is that.
I mean, how much is the IS5 nowadays? I don't know.
1,500.
1,500 gold, and it's way better than the T2020.
There you go. So you can get an IS5 for less than 2,000 gold, and you're getting effectively a similar tank, similar penetration, similar hull armor. Okay, it hasn't got the stock ST turret, and it hasn't got the spaced armor around it. But hey, it's still a really cheap tier 8.
It's the same gun, better
it's a good credit
speed.
earner. And it's a good credit earner. The IS5 earns good credits. So I think it's overpriced, I'm afraid. And I think it's incredibly overpriced. So let's get back to that. Because you're spending a lot of money for nothing spectacular in real terms.
And PS, yet another IS clone. Who wants another clone?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd love to do a review on this, but firstly, I'm not going to buy it, and secondly, they didn't put it in my press account on Asia, else I would have done a review. But I don't have it, so I'm not missing much, to be honest with you. To be fair, I mean, I know why it's come out. I just think they really needed to look at that price tag. It's a bit too much. It is a bit too much.
But they usually do overprice everything that is new.
Yeah, but like I said in the videos, apart from in the British Lights videos, guys, you know, if you've got 50 quid to spend, if I'm being serious here, if you've got £50 in your pocket and it's burning a hole so much, buy gold, get the free XP, and get the tier 8 British Light because it's a much better tank, and you'll have a lot more fun in that. And okay, you're not going to earn the same credits as you do in this, but I'll tell you what you can do. You can get the tier 8 British Light, and at the same time you get the IS-5. You can earn the credits, you get 2 tanks for the price of 1. I mean it's crazy. I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. That's why I don't have this tank in my garage. Simple. And unless they're giving it away for, you know, a reasonable price, this thing ain't going to be in my garage. It's as simple as that. So what can I say? But looking at the tanks that we did get in this update, I mean, this line here, the British Lights, the FV301 through to the Vickers Light. I mean, I said in the videos, and I wasn't kidding. I think these tanks. I mean, I know Sam's on the YouTube chat, and he doesn't like them because he says they're not aggressive enough. I think they're brilliant. I think they're a breath of fresh air for the game. After what we got with the last Tech Tree tanks, which was the 2 missile tanks, and I still believe this, the Vickers CR is what the T92 should have been when it first got released. Instead of having those stupid missiles, it should have had a gun similar to the Vickers CR. And if the T92 would have had that, I'm telling you, it wouldn't have been so bad. People wouldn't have whinged so much. So, what can I say? I mean, that's... I mean, I think the tanks are great. I've loved every second of them, and they're certainly not tanks that are going to sit collecting dust in my garage, in all honesty. And I do think that the Vickers Light is basically a Batchat had an affair with a Leo 1, and that's the result. The Vickers Light is what we ended up with, personally. So, what else has been going on? There's been no drama this week. Yay!
What do you think about the Gorilla 15 DPM buff in 7.1?
It needs it.
Would be good for.
I
don't
think
know.
it doesn't need it.
It
It's a
doesn't
great
need it.
tank already.
It is, but people struggle because it's so paper. So Wargame is like buff because they only see spreadsheets that say people are performing.
The thing
But
about
then if they buff it too much, it's gonna be overpowered.
don't forget,
But then they're gonna.
the grill's been nerfed previously, and it was nerfed massively. To be fair, I mean, it wasn't OP. And this is the thing: none of these tanks are truly OP. The grill is a good tank, but it is pretty difficult to play. To be honest with you. And the thing about that tank, prior to its nerf, previously, it was actually okay. You could handle the fact that you had shit armor because you were knocking out, quite good rolls on your AP. Then they nerfed it, and it became a different tank. To be honest with you, and you can't be that aggressive in a grill really, unless you're a really good player. The average player can't be aggressive in a grill, which means they're going to camp in it, and they're going to camp, shoot, relocate. And it ends up being a similar tank to the 183 for the majority of the players out there, which is it's a one-trick pony, and that's no
Right.
good. That's not the
What
way
tank
it's meant
are
to
we-
be. It's not meant to be a one-trick pony, the grill.
What
is
tank
good.
are we speaking of?
Did you say that they're gonna buff the DPM? The DPM.
Yeah. They're gonna,
Why?
they're gonna-
It has more DPM than Object 268, and the only bad thing about it is really the camo. They would just buff the camo to 50%, and then give it like maybe 2 or 3 more power to rate ratio.
I don't think it's a massive buff on the DPM. I think they're just lowering it so the load time isn't so big. I mean, what's the current load time on it? It's about, I mean, I don't remember what it is.
10 seconds or so.
It's about that, yeah.
It's 11.3 seconds, the current
There you
reload.
Faster than an Object 268, so it's kind of pointless. I mean, they might as well just give it camo.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah, but the thing is,
the
the 268,
premium wrap.
the difference is though, I mean, the 268 does have armor. I mean, you bounce a lot in a 268 if you put it in the right place. You bounce nothing really in a grill unless somebody's firing HE onto your barrel, and even then you're still going to be knocking a little bit, and that's the difference. It's like when you look at let's just do a quick comparison. If I can find the bloody thing. Because I can't. There we are. There's the one. Where's the other one? There it is. So, for example, the grill as it stands has DPM of 3,433 on its main AP, whereas the main AP of the waffle tractor is 3,145. So the DPM does go up, but the difference being then, I mean, you get more DPM, but you get slightly better pen than the TNI, the same damage, all within the same. I mean, the HP difference between the two is only 100. So the waffle tractor has more hit points than the grill.
And don't forget, grill doesn't have fully rotatable turret,
No, it
unlike
doesn't.
the Waff.
And
And then when you look at the armor profile, I mean, there's similar armor profiles, but the waffle tractor has got that bit at the front. The hull is actually pretty thick. It's about it's between 82 to 164 on the. Do you know where the driver's gunner's plate is at the front of the because it's a Panzer IV basically, and the very bottom. Then you've got quite some armor there, but on the grill there's nothing. There's no armor at all. It's all zero. It's all up to 70. In fact, it's zero. It's very thin. So you're actually getting a better. You're getting a better tank. The grill has always been weird. It's a bit like the 183. I mean, in the tech tree, they introduce you to. I mean, let's have a look at it here. So let's looking at the British tech tree here. You get introduced at the front at approximately the 88 stage, 82, with these big, slow, lumbering British TDs with little pop guns that reload in next to no time, but have a lot of armour. You get to the tortoise, which is still big, lumbering, heavy TD, lots of armour, and a pop gun. And then the next tank up is paper thin with a dirt gun that takes eternity to load. It is the same with the grill in the waffle tractor. I mean, you know, you get to the Borsig, you're being taught how to use these strange type of TDs. You get to the waffle tractor and it's like, yeah, okay, it's a progression. Then you get to the grill and you actually go backwards than you do in the waffle tractor. The waffle tractor is better than the grill to an extent.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So basically, my thoughts on the grill are that the line that came out originally, obviously with World of Tanks piece, and the reason that you dealt with that line in the first place was to obviously get the clip, you know, the auto reloader, the
Waffentrager auf E100.
That was the payoff to have to deal with that line. But now you get this grill, and all you really see is a difficult job being even made worse because this grill it's a nice idea, but it can't carry the oomph that you need to really successfully do that line in a good way for the average player, because there's no threat factor, there's no auto reloader, and so basically what you find in the World Tank Splits is that line is definitely a tough line, and now it's even worse because you got these godlike Vickers lights coming out on top of the missile tank, and so basically my experience is I see a grill player, he'll either he's good or he's not. There's not really any in between. And upon the YOLO and the explosion, then you see a grill pretty much spamming the chat, blaming the E100 or just whatever.
Yeah, the grill's a
So,
tricky tank to play. No doubt about it. It is a tricky tank to
mhm.
play. And
It-
those who are good in the grill tend to be some of the best players because it is notoriously hard. And
it is a
where
very difficult line.
it's totally unforgiving. Whereas the waffle tractor, albeit it's also an unforgiving tank, is a lot easier to play, and you're getting a similar output than you are with the grill.
Hmm.
But encased with a bit more armor. I mean, you've got 100 less hit points. It's silly. It's absolutely silly.
Can I just say,
Not really so much focused on the grill so much anymore. I was really interested in grinding it, but then with the new release of the light tanks, it really kind of drew me off that. And now, obviously, like most players, I'm just really about these Vickers tanks because they are just absolutely lovely.
Oh, they're beautiful, beautiful tanks. Beautiful tanks.
British lights, facing them, it's just fighting a pest. Basically, I feel like I'm fighting the E25 but with a turret.
Very, very, very good.
They are nice tanks, and I mean, they're more forgiving than the Batchat, and they're not as onerous and annoying as a Sheridan. It's as simple as that. I mean, the Vickers Light 105 at tier 10 is a lot more forgiving than a Batchat, which is a difficult tank still to use, even though it's had a bit of a buff. And as I said, it's not as annoying as the Sheridan because you don't have missiles. But what to do? Which, on that point, quickly turning to the Sheridan, because the Sheridan's been nerfed, and the missiles have been nerfed.
Not nearly enough.
don't know.
Wow! Wow, here's an interesting one for you. If you take your Sheridan, and I'll show you actually in the game here. So if I take my Sheridan, which is here, and you will, if I look at the upgrades, no, let's go to the equipment. Well, no, let's go to upgrades first. So if we go to the upgrades, you can see now that my piercing and everything's great, but the velocity has actually gone down on the tank, on the missiles. The missile velocity has gone down. Well, that's okay, because if I go here and I stick that in, the supercharge, I get my 30% back. So if I put the supercharge in rather than the enhanced gun laying device on the equipment, then basically I get the shell velocity back. So I basically turn around the nerf. The nerf no longer exists. If that's the case, why do you need the enhanced gun laying device on a Sheridan if you're using missiles? Just stick the supercharge in. The nerf ain't a problem. As simple as that.
I stick John, it's easy. Even for your EPCR, you can use it even more because you just aim a bit longer and you get higher pen over this with the EPCR.
Absolutely.
So it's
So
I ran before this nerf even I ran it with supercharge and it was completely broke with supercharge and now it's so strong.
I mean, the nerf on the grill is nothing. It's as simple as that. You can easily get around it, guys. Just make sure you put the supercharge in, and everything could be great. Everything could be lovely. I mean, there are a lot more changes, to be honest with you, and there are a lot more changes. Let's go through some of them because there are lots of them. So we know we got
What
the new
would be the
tanks.
chance that you think they would add up and just remove the missiles?
No,
They won't.
They won't.
They never will. They never will.
Never. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so one of the tanks that's anticipated, in fact, there's quite a few tanks. So The Kranwagen Tier 10 is an upcoming European. It's going to be at the moment it's listed as a premium, but all those type of tanks are listed as premiums before they're released, along with the Tier 8 Emil 1951. So that's due to make an appearance.
Will be.
So that'll be interesting.
I think the Emil 1951 will be a premium, and that is gonna go out first, so everyone will buy it to check out what the tanks are, and then only then the line is gonna come in or something like that.
So looking at
That's probably
so
what's
look,
gonna happen.
yeah. So looking at the Batchat, the Batchat 25T, that's the Tier X Batchat. The dispersion has been buffed. The engine power has been buffed, and the effective power to weight ratio has also been buffed. So it's going to be a little bit nippier, and it's going to be a little bit better when shooting from distance. And that's and then the Largo, and that's the only those are the only changes. The STB1's had a nerf insofar as its view range is dropped by 10 meters.
It's still
Yeah. The T62E3, the Tier 7 premium tank, has had a bit of a buff, mainly in its speed, mainly in its engine power. Its speed has been nerfed, but the engine power has gone up. But the Sheridan, it's basically engine power is being nerfed. So everything's, it's had a nerf, but it's not had a big nerf. Let's put it that way.
Sheridan needs more balancing.
It does to an extent. Let's be honest, it does. It's not the. It's still an onerous tank. Let's be fair. It's still one of those tanks that's like. So, but be honest. Fairness. I've circled one to death in a Vickers Light. That could have been the player. That could have been the player rather than the tank. However. Hi GP, how you doing? Yeah, it could have been the tank rather than the player. But hey, and on that, let's open some replays. I've got some replays somewhere. Where did I put them? I had them. I've lost them.
I've been seal popping. Yes.
Where did I put the replays?
Also,
As long as
this
they
new
don't
event.
Baker CR.
Oh,
I'm fine.
so let's kick off with Ting Goes. He was here a minute ago. He's disappeared, but we're going to watch the Ting anyway. It is FV301. Whilst we're chatting away in the background. Jory's joined. Hello, Jory. But yeah, I do like these new British tanks. I do like these new British tanks. They're very nice.
they're good tanks.
They are.
Yes.
I like them.
And annoying.
I must admit though, they are expensive to run. They're not cheap. They don't earn shed loads of credits, and they do cost a lot because you can smack quite a few rounds out a minute. I mean, in this one, the 301 at tier 8. I mean, you got a 4-second reload effectively. I mean, it's unbelievable.
They're definitely worth enriching. Definitely.
Oh, I didn't know that, GK. I'll have a look at that. That didn't happen in 7 because the Blitzhanger is saying there's no. There's
no, I'm gonna die. I'm fighting a
there's no change.
platoon.
There's no change to the housing in 7.0. We can have a look at the housing though, if you wish. Let's have a look at it. Rate of fire is still 13 seconds. Still got a reload time of 8.86. Base aim time is 1.8. I don't know when it was.
Crossing isn't that annoying, but Dracula is far more.
They're expensive to run because you're firing a lot of shells, basically. So that's why they're expensive to run. The reload time. The reload time. It depends what you're looking at. If you're looking at the magazine reload time, then it's 8.86. What are you actually looking at? Let's have a look. What you're saying. You're saying that aim time nerf from 2 to 4 seconds. Let's have a look at what they're saying on Blitzhanger on the aim time. Base aim time is 1.86. So yeah, it's still 2 seconds, according to Wargaming. So it hasn't changed. So I mean, the next tank that everybody's, I suppose, anticipating, but I've heard nothing about it, is the tier 10 British Super Max
Cock.
Oh,
X. Not the Action
tank
X.
that
The Super
the
Action X.
T-24.
Yeah. Oh, the T20 is awful, man.
Super Conqueror.
Super Conqueror, that's the one. The Super
I
Conqueror.
imagine it's
Super Max X, or whatever it's going to be bloody called.
I
imagine it's gonna be in crates for
I
30
can't-
charms.
It's going to be in
possibly
crates.
300 euros.
It's going to be in crates for 30 charms, which
but
makes
no
it's going to
charms.
cost you.
I doubt charms, but okay.
No, there'll be charms. It'll be like the VK90 in that respect, which is a bloody expensive tank. Again, it's going to be
But the
expensive.
Super, I've got
Oh,
the
yeah,
feeling
yeah.
it's be a bit broken.
Yeah, but the problem I have when they do this with tier 10s is that tier 10s, I don't think it is, I don't know if it is broken, I've never played it, but the problem I have with sticking tier 10s in crates is, great, yeah, okay, you only get the richer part of the player base buying the bloody tank, but tier 10 is also the pro tournament tier, so it's a little bit unfair, to be honest.
Our gaming feels we need to milk, so we milk.
Well, Wargaming's a business, and they know that if they say that there's a tank at tier 10, you know, most of the player base are going to think it's OP. And to be honest with you, a lot of YouTubers are going to read it and say it's OP, like they did with the Action X, which isn't OP. In fact, Juicy Tender Steak, I
Action
think...
X is quite
No, it's
strong.
not. It depends. It depends. Now, I think so far the only person on YouTube I've seen say that it's a bit meh is Juicy Tender Steak, who said it's overrated. So everybody's saying that it's like this amazingly amazing tank when its damage output is pretty its penetration values are pretty and if you stick it, you can only really stick it hull down to get any benefit whatsoever. Okay, it's got a good credit earning capacity. In the right hands, like every tank in the right hands, yes, it becomes dangerous and difficult to counter. You stick it in a complete muppet's hands, then anybody can conquer it. And so I don't know, is the honest answer. I don't know.
Sort of a slower version of a tier 10 Action X. I mean, tier 8.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, as I said, what'll happen is the Super Conquer come out, and you'll get some of the YouTubers saying it's OP, and regardless of the price, those immortal words, it's OP, means people are going to spend cash to get it. Because that's what happens.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a popular tank during Blitz Fair, I believe.
Like,
Absolutely.
I think the same.
Honestly, if anybody who does a YouTube video, anybody, and says that this tank is OP, I will guarantee that more people will buy it. Now, if everybody on YouTube did a video and said, it's okay, nothing special, it's okay, it's better than this tank, but blah, then it wouldn't generate the interest. As you can see there, I mean, Ting did really well in that game. And, you know, he lost 38,000 credits, basically. It's because he shot 39 rounds. And that's where the cost is coming in, because these light tanks fire quickly. So he shot almost 30 rounds, 40 rounds in that game, and that's a lot of cash. So when you look at the credits, ammunition resupply is 76,000, look. So he made 64,000 credits in the game, but he spent 76,000 firing his ammunition. So he lost 38,000 credits. And that's why these tanks are expensive. Just put you in the picture. That is exactly why they're expensive to run. Because, and I'll show you another one. I mean, I know people have seen this one, but this is Fizzy going out in the Vickers CR. And same applies. I mean, the ammunition, because you fire so much, they're very expensive to run. Very expensive. And no, they're not OP. They're not broken, and they're not OP. I actually think
just annoying.
I think they're balanced, personally. I do think they're balanced. Okay, a lot of people may argue that maybe the penetration is a bit too much. And yeah, their pen values are pretty good. But they're not dishing out shed loads of damage. And like I say, like in all tanks, stick it in the right hands. They are dangerous. But guys, I could stick the VK16801 in the right hands and they'll make it look like it's the best thing since sliced bread and you'll all want to buy it. Don't buy the VK168 for the love of God.
I just got the 101 PG.
Yeah, don't get the 168, guys. You'll curse the day it graced your garage. You really will. I mean, it's not. It's not. I mean, this is embryo mouse. I mean, we've got embryo mouse, baby mouse, adolescent mouse, and then mouse, which is the adult mouse. The VK168 is embryo mouse. This is the one that, you know,
Inbred mouse.
yeah, this is the one that didn't go full term. You know, it's the one that even the Germans said, enough's enough, we're not going to design this. Yeah, Wargaming said, I'll tell you what, let's do it as a premium and charge people. Simple as
It's like whoever designed it got drunk and forgot totally about armor angling.
Mhm.
Definitely. It's
Let's
so
be
fun.
honest, Germans, even in late, still used flat armor. But
Well, this is just extra flat. I mean, it's like 90-degree angles everywhere.
No, mouse as well, but just angle it.
I'll tell you, I mean, I love the mouse. The mouse at tier 10 is one of my favourite tanks. I love it to bits. The VK168
Double
is a tank. I'll tell you what, on a list of tanks I don't like, the 168 actually goes above the IS-5 because I'm not a big fan of the IS-5. I'll be honest with you, mainly because I can't play it for toffee. But the VK168 is just, yeah, it's just unbelievably bad, and you know, it was one of those things that I can just imagine it now. They're all sat there in the developers' room in Wargaming in Minsk. They're like, right, how do we shaft people? We've already got them to buy £100 Shinobi, which was great. Well, how else can we screw them over? I'll tell you what. Let's release a tier 8 tank that looks like a mouse, sounds like a mouse, but is actually a light tractor. Yeah, let's do that.
fat like tractor.
And they all said, yeah, that's a great idea. People would buy it and it'd be great. And that's exactly what happened.
Of the time.
So you're talking about the VK168, right?
Yeah.
The only issue with that thing is the video, the ad that they made. That's the only.
Yeah.
No, basically, I think
They
since
should have said, buy this tank, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
no.
But you're not. it's an awful tank.
Oh.
It's an awful tank.
To be fair, since that video, I never believed a single word they said in commercials. Since that video.
Advertising is advertising. I tell you, I mean, let's see how much. Let's see how many credits Fizzy. Oh, he actually made credits Fizzy on that one. So let's see. But he only fires 17 times compared to Ting firing 40 times. But when you look at the credits there, he earned 84,000 credits, but his ammunition supply was 30,000. I mean, they're expensive to run. They really are. Really are. So that was Fizzy. So who else have we got?
This new buggers.
We
The new light.
We got Not Banana Joe rolling out in the
I was
P46,
seal clubbing.
P43 06 anniversary, rolling out in Tier 6 in this new collector's
awesome.
version of the P43.
It's awesome.
And he
Really?
says he's saying it's awesome because he undoubtedly got a mastery in it, which makes the tank awesome automatically.
No. It took me about 10 matches to get it, but the speed and the gun.
What speed? Look at the speed here. You're going uphill. You're a medium tank doing 35 kilometers an hour. That's not speedy.
Hey, for a medium tank at tier
There's a-
6.
There's a medium in front of you at tier 6 called a Cromwell going faster than you. It's a slow lumbering tank. It is a slow tank. And it's got a reload time of almost 7.5 seconds reload time. I mean, that's
Yeah, but you have 225 alpha, so if you compare
that is
DPM,
true.
it's still...
That is true. It has got a big gun. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a tank. It's a free tank. And never knock a freebie. If they gave the VK168 out as free, I would tell you to get it. But they don't. You have to pay for it, and that's stupid. But if
So
they,
what?
this is a good free tank. But all I'm
So-
saying is this: once the event's finished, would you roll out in this tank, or will it collect dust? And I think it's one of those tanks that it's like, how many of you have played when you got the Y5 tanks last year, the electric biscuit, blah blah blah? How often have you taken those out since?
A couple of times.
A couple of times.
When, when I get bored of tier 7 and tier 8, so I
Yeah,
jump
but
in
they're not,
tier 6.
are they your first choices? Are they your first choices? No. Not at that
For me,
tier.
it is.
Really? That's interesting.
You know I'm a free-to-play. I do not
Future.
have Crumble
Yeah, mate.
B.
So what you're saying is, don't look a free tank in the barrel.
No. What I'm saying is, don't. It's a free tank. Don't knock it.
Yeah.
It's free.
Don't look it in the barrel. Like it's don't look a given horse in the mouth. That's what I mean.
Absolutely.
Don't look a given tank in the barrel.
Ah, yeah. No, I totally agree with that. And if you had to pay for this, I'd say something completely different. But I think it's great. I think it's brilliant. It's great. You're getting a free tank. You can't knock a free tank. All I'm saying is, I've seen some videos saying that it's a fantastic tank. It's so much fun. Blah blah blah. I think that's overcooking it. It's an okay tank. The fact that it's free makes it a nice tank. Let's put it that way. And the fact it's a good credit earner makes it a nice tank. But aside from that, I mean, there's nothing special about it.
The camo is good.
Oh, the camo is
The
nice.
camo.
I agree with
just-
that.
Looks
I
super.
don't know why, but I feel like Sanic.
Oh, the hedgehog.
Oh yes, the
Yeah,
Sanic.
DJ, go into YouTube and just press the mute on the. There's like the speaker. Just mute it. You can do that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's you know, it's great that you get a free tank because everybody complains when they get an event that the tank's impossible to get. This time it's not impossible to get. All you got to do is play the game and you'll get the tank. You don't have to spend any money on it. You don't. I mean, so I don't have an issue with this particular tank. I have an issue with the T2020, but I don't have an issue with this tank.
Oh, wait a second. There's a T2020. What is that?
Oh,
That's a shit.
it's a £50.
Right.
It's a €50 Tier 8 IS5 hybrid
Oh,
tank. Yeah, basically, it's an IS5 for 50 quid.
Oh, cool.
rich boy size 5.
Not really even. It doesn't even have good armor like the IS5.
No, exactly. So,
Literally anything will pen your turret because they say it's the stock ST1 turret, but it's actually nerfed even the armor on the chip. It's
exactly.
like 100 millimeters
Oh, well
plus the
played.
10 millimeters.
By the way, well played, Joe. And it's a good credit earner, by the way. For a Tier 6, it's a good credit earner, this tank. And you're getting it for free.
Are you?
So, you know, credit earning wise, it's nice. I mean,
They're probably gonna sell it next year, just like the
Yeah, most
probably.
likely.
Probably. Now I'm going to show. This is Economics Mate, who's an Australian YouTuber on the Asian server. He's got a good little channel rolling out in his IS7 in Asia. Probably a nice game. So, but like I said, I mean, one good thing, there's been no drama this week. None at all. It's been great. It's been fantastic. It's been lovely.
Because it's birthday free stuff. Yeah, they are.
Absolutely. Everybody's collecting their birthday cakes and stuff like that.
What do you mean? I hate the new lights. I hate them.
Really? Why do you hate them?
Yeah. Yes. Have you tried to roll out in your Waffenträger and try to shoot these little fuckers?
No.
Sorry for this, but right now it feels like the game for me feels like Twisted Middle. It's like a bunch of cars with guns on them, zooming across the arena, trying to shoot each other. Like, okay, I am on mines. I go. We know that there's a tank gonna be crossing right under my gun. I am pre-aiming. Okay, there's two lights. I know that it's gonna be a light. I hit it flat on the side. There's no chance for my HE to pin because it's either a Sherry or a Vicar.
Oh yeah, one
How
thing.
come my HE has less pin than that light? I'm a TD. He has no problem hitting me whatsoever.
Also,
I had a big problem with trading with the first light they released, the American one, and now the second one can tear me to pieces. It's a light tank. At least let me trade with HE.
no,
No.
light tanks. Why do light tanks have armor? Can somebody explain me that concept?
No. That's I can explain. So I switched to AP, saying this is a new tank. I don't know the layout of the armor. Hit him straight in the face. That thing got a gun mantlet.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Here's the gun mantlet.
Yeah.
Because
Go and can go faster than light.
yes.
Yeah, that logic doesn't register with me. Sorry.
This is probably why I like them.
If that tank gonna bounce my TD shell, at least I don't know, break the gun. That's all I'm asking for. Like, if I'm hitting the gun, break it.
I mean, I like them. I think they are nice. I can see where you're coming from. You know, I mean, but strictly speaking, they're meant to be easily HEable. To be fair, so I don't know. I'd have to try. I'm gonna have to
You're
try.
driving.
When I face that thing, it doesn't seem that achievable.
No, it isn't. Only the sides and rear, but the front again, you can't panic if it's trying to hold down with HE.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, the front you can't.
When I
What-
It's pretty.
or
You
the
can-
E1
the cheeks of the turret you can, but that's a difficult shot.
cheeks of the turret, the whole front of the turret is just a gun mantlet.
Yeah,
Are
basically.
you telling me that you can reliably shoot the cheeks of the turret? No way.
No, it's
Yes,
incredibly
but-
difficult. It's incredibly difficult. It depends. I mean, the 103 has less armor on the turret than the others. I must admit, the Vickers Light has a big mantlet. The Vickers CR has a
The
bigger one. So
The barn has this armor on the turret, on everything. The barn. Doesn't make sense. If you are driving it, you're gonna enjoy it. But if you are in a tank and my VT, I only rely. I am a better DPM tank if I'm shooting first.
no, there is that because their reloads
Yeah.
are insane. I mean, the reload is insane. It's nice.
But they just
And HE.
strip that with the alpha and pin of their HE. Just like, nope, he can zoom across the map, assassinate me, and keeps moving. And there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing.
Yeah, he can come, rape you, go away. Which is stupid. That's why you need like a teammate to care of.
Yeah, but at the start, they come in a pack of two,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah, because
So-
everyone is packing shoots of those.
I mean, the thing. I know where you're coming from, but the thing I like personally is that firstly, wargaming are venturing into the upper tier lights. They may be not getting them right. I get that. I mean, they buggered it up with the American lights at tier 9 and tier 8. We know tier 9 and tier 10. Maybe
Still broke.
yeah, they're still broken. Maybe they haven't got it knocked right on the head with the British lights. I don't know. But at least we've got something more than just a bat chat. I mean, okay, at tier 8 you've got the RU, the LTTB, and all that sort of stuff in the T49.
Now you have
But the T49 isn't a problem.
you have
So 103, the T49 is not a problem at all.
Because you're very inaccurate. You need to sit a while to even hit something, and you can be violated by HE. But the upper tier ones, they have much better HE protection, which is
Yeah, but even the tier 8 one, I mean the tier 8 one's DPM. You'll just out DPM any T49 easily.
I just think they overdo.
Hang on a minute.
They need to nerf the penetration and little bit mobility, and that's it. The tank is fine.
look at it from the matchmaking perspective. Before there was only 2 lights, the batch at tier 9 and the batch at tier 10. When you see a light, you know what's going on.
Look, and
Yeah,
look,
right.
Russians are like that. They just walk around with no clothes on. Okay, don't give me a hard time on YouTube. It's not my fault. Marry a Russian, that's what happens. That was a great game by Economics, mate. Yeah, I know where you're coming from. I mean, let's just have a look
Now-
at one thing. Let's have a look at one thing. Here it is. So the Vickers light. So, like I said, it's a it's a difficult shot, but so the cheeks, this from this bit here and this bit here are pennable. The front mantle it completely is not, and that's where the armor is. But that bit and that bit, the 2 cheek sides, you can hit those. But it's a difficult shot. It's a very difficult shot. I'm not disputing that. And if you go down to the tier 9 version, it's even harder. So
now instead of 2 lights on the matchmaking for 9 and 10, you have 6.
yeah, so the mantlet there, the mantlet of the gun there is pretty hard. This ring at the bottom, which is just below the mantlet, is also pretty hard. And this machine gun port next to it is also pretty rock solid. The rest of it, you can pen, but if you wiggle that turret, if you just do this with the tank and wiggle it, it's almost impossible to bloody hit the damn thing. And a hull down, the Vickers Cruiser is a beast. Now, if you then look at the 103, I mean the 103 is a nice tank as well, but it's not got the same profile as you can see. It's got a very small mantlet, tiny, and the cheeks and all that is wide open. It's all wide open. But I know where you're coming from. And it's not. Yeah, I mean, they're tricky tanks to pen.
Which is stupid. Why light tanks have armor?
Well, the British ones are not strictly like it's amazing. The British tanks, like the British TDs, they're not strictly what they are. So for example, take the what is it?
We're not
take the Charioteer.
talking IRL.
No, but take the Charioteer. The Charioteer in real life is actually a medium tank. And that's the thing about these British tanks. They're quirky. So these aren't really light tanks. Not really. They've just got a fast engine.
In game, if you can go fast enough, you are a light tank. That's it.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you there. But what the developers do, I mean, in fairness, they take what they've already had in real life. They then look at what they've given in World of Tanks PC, and they then adjust it probably to fit the game, and that's what they do. I don't know. I'm not a developer. But that's how I assume they do it. That's what I assume they do.
For example, the standard B, I can HE that more reliably.
Yeah, that's just why mediums have.
Don't even, Lopney, don't even. Why go to the standard B? Let's take it to another level. Can you, in your waffle tractor, and I know you can because I've done it myself, can you HE a Leo 1 with no problem?
No, no
Right.
problem whatsoever.
Exactly. You can waste a Leo 1 with a WoW
Like, I can
aimed and
over.
HE
I
running.
know where to hit to overmatch his armor, so to
Yeah.
guarantee a pin.
Absolutely.
For me, I don't know where to hit the turret of a Sherry. He's standing still, not doing anything. I turret. I don't know, even if it's great, if I'm gonna pin or not.
The Sheridan's different though, because the Sheridan is just filled with spaced armor, which was always daft.
No. It's standing still. You can pick whatever angle you like.
Mhm.
Okay, if you can guarantee a pin with your HE for over like I don't know 200 meters,
Yeah,
take
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you like.
Yeah.
You're not gonna produce that shot 9 out of 10. Nope.
Yeah.
But he can zoom across the map, HE you no problem whatsoever, outtrade you, nothing.
But what, I mean, one of the things I said in the, I think it was the Vickers CR video, that one of the reasons I like these British lights, and I like I said, I know where you're coming from on this, Lopney. One of the reasons I like these British lights is because we talked about this recently. I'm getting bored with the same old similar type premium tanks like the T2020. It's a bloody IS5, guys. Come on.
It is very good. I love that they are introducing new lights. I love the idea.
Yes.
This
I
idea
would rather they introduce either variations to the tech tree line or more tech tree tanks or different game modes, because one of the things I like with the British lights is that, as I said in the Vickers CR video, the game was getting a bit boring, monotonous, should I say?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if anybody rolls out, if you roll out in tier 8 anytime soon, then you're going to either be faced with variations of Pershings, variations of IS3s or an IS, and it's boring, or variations of various types of defenders, and it's boring. I mean, tier 8 is like the snooze tier. I would rather roll out in tier 3 than tier 8. It's boring.
The rate is just annoying. And
it's
it's
boring.
who has the better
I'll
force
tell-
to-
Here's a tier 8. Here's a tier 8 matchup for you then. Here's your team on tier 8. Assuming
Yeah.
everybody plays ball.
Yeah, but
Let's Object 252U. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's an IS variant. IS3 Defender. Oh, what's that? It's an IS variant. T28 Defender. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a Defender variant. So it's another one called Defender. Action X. Okay. And the list is endless. It's the same on the other side. It's boring. Because and then you got into that a glacial. Somebody will throw in a glacial or whatever, and it's just like, my God, it's all the same tanks, time and time again. Vary it.
The concept of an action defender seems kind of pointless.
Absolutely.
I would think.
Vary it just a little bit. What else have you rolled? Oh, you rolled out in the Wi-Fi Firefly as well, you moron. Well done, Joe.
Still clapping. I told you.
yes, look at it from the pace of the games on high tier. Before we had 2 lights, now we have 6. That's an increasing of 200%.
Yeah.
So now, and they have an argument to pick these tanks.
Yeah, they do.
So they're gonna be picked more than 200%, way more. So you have way more speed on the battlefield and nothing to counter it. They buffed the heavies, okay, but if I am on the heavy line, my medium line getting decimated in 3 seconds. Okay, now what? We started the game 3-0.
Yeah. This is the
Or
thing.
it's gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna balance itself.
No,
you
no.
you don't need to be a developer and quality assurance guy to see that coming. Just like
No,
simple math.
I agree.
You increase.
So this is what I'm saying. I mean, I'm saying that instead of hold fire on new premiums, etc., etc. Give us different game modes. Just give us something a bit different.
I need to pitch my idea, the one that I said before, to Wargaming about like make your own tank. stat-wise. Like, give us some room so we can adjust our tank.
They'll
that
never
low.
do. They'll never do that.
I
They
mean,
won't do it.
just for not for like for a mode. They
Okay.
have mercenary. They have mercenary on console. They can borrow
Well,
that.
no. They should do that. It's like we said in the last chat that they should be looking at something like this Road to Berlin, these event things, and I think that'd be fantastic.
Campaign.
Yeah, I think campaign mode would be good. But then, I thought about that. I think it would be good. It'd be great. But then somebody pointed out to me in the week that it's a mobile game. It's meant to be played, sat on the tube or whatever. It's not meant to be like the PC version. That's why the PC version is there. And the last thing that Wargaming want is to take customers from the PC version. I mean, that's where their money is.
Tell you what.
They
Which
should bring Storm Tiger mode.
which percentage of the wargaming population plays the game on the tube or on the bus or while they're waiting or something?
Oh,
And they pay
nobody,
for
nobody. I wouldn't have thought.
No, what I mean, and I mean like, if you are the casual player, you're not the paying type of player.
No, you're not. But
If you are the paying type of player that they have to retain, you are the couch guy of player.
no, there's an argument there, yes. But
That's what I mean,
but then the flip side to the argument is, if they make it too interesting, and this is where I struggle with it. If they make it too interesting, will they start losing the players from World of Tanks? I don't think they will, because we've got 7 versus 7 in a 7-minute game. World of Tanks is what, 14 versus 14 in a game that lasts a lot
15.
longer. 15. There you go. I've never played it, so I don't know. In fact, I lie. I played it once on a PlayStation.
Do you know,
Also, hi.
do you know a player that switched? Do you have any idea of a player that switched?
No, I don't.
Our clan leader once before was a PC, the PC version, and he tried it, and he was good at it. It was like 4 years ago, and he switched to Blitz. He said, "Oh, this is World of Tanks on easy mode."
Oh no, I
I'm
thought
gonna-
you meant the other way. I mean, every good name is taken. For example, in fact, Matthew's he's not in the chat, but he's in the YouTube chat. Matthew started on World of Tanks. Every good name is taken. Started on World of Tanks and then switched over to Blitz. So
Yeah,
a lot
because
of the PC players. Matthew's not a PC player, but every is. A lot of the PC players started World of Tanks PC and then switched to Blitz.
because of their ad campaign, they campaign hard for
Yeah.
World of Tanks PC. There's no campaign whatsoever for World of Tanks Blitz.
I mean,
And
I
you are like-
did ask Quickie Baby if he'd ever think about switching.
He played.
Never gonna
I watch him. I watch him every day. I don't play the game, but I watch Quickie Baby more than
Yeah.
any Blitz.
Yeah.
So I watch all of your streams, but so he plays a lot of this game. He what is it? He I think tried the game in the early stages and
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Ah.
And he never woke up. Tried it again.
Yeah, I did ask him if he'd ever thought about switching. He never got back to me.
I don't think he's intent. There's no intent to go back because no one
No.
is like from Wargaming is reaching for him. Like switch this because I think it's gonna cause infighting. Wargaming, someone like from Blitz trying to
Absolutely,
pursue.
absolutely. Yeah, I would have thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So it needs like to be in his own terms, and I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon.
No, exactly.
For him, okay, he's gonna say he's playing upwards. Say instead of playing the same game like on easy mode for him, I can play another game for my audience. Like he been back to League of Legends, Warcraft, Last of Us, a lot of. So, yeah.
I
Anyway,
guess
Yeah.
it'd be like a YouTube
All you
stream
need to
for
tell him, no artist. He's gonna come back.
yeah. I mean, thankfully the maps are too small for artillery, which is good.
Yeah, but
Okay.
so,
Oh my god, on PC the tier 10 American Arty is just cancer. I just hate it.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Cancer, because we need more. I just want Japanese heavy tank, that's all.
Won't get it. Map's
No.
too small.
I'll never forget the day I got one-shotted in a leopard. I was going across the dune. I was going right to left very quickly. It was 1v1 left, me and an American Arty tier 10, and it literally one-shotted me while I was going full speed, right to left across its view, not towards him, right to left. And that's the day I said, okay, I'm playing Blitz. So
Good.
yeah,
Good. Yet, Wargaming found a way to introduce the art mechanics into the game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? We have artillery in this game in the form
I
of
think that
80
the
GMs.
missiles are in essence pretty much the same feel
Alright,
as the
good.
Arty. You can both negate your armor angles quite so. So
I've watched
Anyhow.
Klaus. I think I've watched a couple of Klaus. I'm just looking at YouTube. Yeah, I think I've watched a couple of Klaus Kellerman. I've never watched Circon, so I wouldn't know. I have watched Quickie Baby a fair few times, to be honest. Mainly because I find him entertaining in the way he presents, to be fair.
He's passionate. You can feel the game in
Yeah,
his
yeah,
voice.
that's what I mean. I finding him entertaining and not just trying to do
I have my PC in streams all the time. I have like the Twitch app always open, going from one stream to another. I have my tablet in the kitchen, always on streams. So I watch a lot of streams. Lately, I've been watching Juicy the Steak.
Oh, I
He's a
like
good
Juicy.
player.
He's a very good player.
He's an
And he's
amazing
a really nice chap as well, Juicy. Really nice chap.
player. Yeah. One little issue with him. Monotone. If he's losing, winning, whatsoever, no raging, nothing like. It's so chill.
That's because Juicy. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. That's because he's so laid back. He's a laid back guy.
I mean, he's so relaxing that he's my go-to stream to fall asleep.
kind of the opposite.
Nothing
of
wrong
him,
with
too.
that. Nothing wrong with
No.
that.
I mean, I watch his streams because I just love his style of gameplay. I think he's a very good player. And if you want to improve on this game, then watching the likes of him and seeing how he played, okay, at one stage all he was doing was throwing the Sheridan around everywhere, and he's very good at the Sheridan. And he himself admits it's one of his favourite tank. It's if not the favourite tank. But the thing is, I mean, just watching him play, he's got a nice game style, a nice gameplay.
I'm with Whipsy the other day.
Who?
Just like
Oh, him and
listen to how
Whoopsie.
they-
Yeah, Whoopsie. Yeah.
just listen how they talk to each other during the game. That's pure gold for you.
Yeah.
Like, it's not raging like panicking or something like. No. Just
No,
thinking
they
that-
don't. They don't. No.
Nothing. Like, it's super chill, and you can see how pros play.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, they are. This is a great game here, by the way, in this FV4 202. I mean, 8,189
Yeah,
damage. I mean, this has got to be getting close to Hall of Fame. This got to be Hall of Fame, surely. It's got to be.
Definitely noticing this game. Very good game.
I'm going to check because if he gets this IS4, it's got to be. What is the FV Hall of Fame actually? The tier 10.
Such an underrated tank.
Oh
I
no,
can't believe more people
no!
don't play
So
this.
you are actually watching. Is this? No, this is no look, just skill. Where the Hall of Fame at the moment is No Pen No Life R4K at 8,645. This one is 8,189. So just missing out by. Oh, that's unlucky. That's very unlucky.
Oh,
yeah,
two shots.
it's coming in at number 5 that game. That's a shame, and it was a defeat. And if he would have got the IS4, then he was on to knock No Pen No Life off the top. That is a really good game by No Look Just Skill.
That's a real heartbreaker.
That is a heartbreaker. That is an absolute heartbreaker. I agree. But what a great game that was. Really good. Really well played. Really well played.
I love the player nickname. It just describes the tank.
no look, just skill.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it. I think because there's no drama this week, we haven't got lots and lots to chat about.
Because everybody's busy grinding.
Everybody's busy grinding, and nobody's busy enough to have a dig at anybody, which is really nice. Yeah. So
We do not have time to complain.
no. I think, like I said, not only are the British lights a breath of fresh air, but obviously everything else is a breath of fresh air too, because nobody's moaning, nobody's stabbing anybody. It's in blitz. It's great. It's brilliant. But we can call
About a week, then the toxicity will go
Oh
up
no,
again.
give it time.
The calm
Give it
between
time.
the storms.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right.
Corona time.
So
Yeah, I missed most of this.
Well, I'm going to call time on this one. Sorry. We've been going now for what? An hour and a half.
An hour,
which is
15
more
minutes or something like that.
more than enough. So I'm knocking it on the head there. Thank you everybody on YouTube for jumping in. Thank you everybody on Discord for jumping in. Sorry this is a day late, but I had no internet, despite spending a lot of money on internet. Don't ask.
It's been a pleasure.
I didn't get to say anything. I was still sleeping while you were talking.
Well, we'll be back again next week anyway, and I'm sure everybody can say things then. We'll be back at the usual slot next week, rather than this strange slot on a Sunday, which is bizarre. I don't know if I'm live streaming tonight, because I've said I'm going to jump into a tour, which is what we normally do. But I might stream after that, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for jumping in. Thank you on YouTube, as I said. Thank you on Discord. And until the next time, guys, I will say thank you again and catch you all again soon. Until then, bye for now. Well,
Bye-bye. Been a pleasure.